Hello, Josh Jacks here and welcome to my channel. Since I last did anything resin moulds wise, I've had a bit of a purchasing spree. I've got a number of new moulds to have a play with. Some things using bits we already have. Some trying out techniques that I used with the UV, which would be better suited to epoxy. So, that being said, and I've also upgraded my mugs. So I can do bigger batches in a one rather than lots of little ones and them not being all the same colour when I'm adding colour. Now, the first mould that I'm going to play with is it's been waiting. This was the first of the new wave. It's a butterfly that's a little bit different. But I'm going to save that for when you might see it as I'm adding a bit of colour. You might not see it. You might be able to see it now, actually. I think it'll make for a really cool reveal. So what I plan to do with this one is what I did with the little tiny skeleton dragon in an egg. I'm going to use the chameleon powders with the black resin. And it's sort of like following two suggestions. Like, one was that you'll get a better result with black. That's why I tried it with a little dragon egg, and it did work better. But with the UV, from another suggestion, recommendation, tip, trick, and everything appreciated, the black tends to stop the UV from penetrating, the UV light from penetrating the resin, so it doesn't always cure properly. So that's why I'm going to go and try that all out with the epoxy, because there's no light to, it's just going to do its thing and dry out. I'm also giving it a try today, since it's summer and since it's so hot in the house, not using the mat, the heat mat. I'm going to see how this goes. I'm being brave here because this is a big mould. Not deep, just big. So I'm going to see how that goes if I just leave it to do its own thing. I have got the cover from the heat mat, just so nothing falls into it, because I'm going to have to leave it up this corner for the next 24 hours, there or thereabouts. And I don't want any bits of debris to fall in it. This is the kitchen, so there's every chance that something will fall in it, or even just a naughty fly coming in from the bathroom, landing in my beautiful, mind you, that could make for a bit of a Jurassic Park thing, couldn't it? Though we need a mosquito to do that. So yeah, that being said, I'm going to start chameleon powder this guy up just a bit. I'm going to leave the centre here because I just want that to be black. And maybe around here, we'll see. Or I'm going to try and be very controlled with my application. So I'm going to go gold, green, blue around the edges here. And I'm going to try my best not to have this fly anywhere I don't want it to go. That's what I'm going to try. Whether that works or not, we'll find out. And I think I'm going to save this for right in the middle. Maybe going in progressively, maybe go for the green, red, green, blue, purple. I do love the green, blue, purple. Let's try this next. Now let's try and get that red, orange, yellow to go. I might as well have a look, see if I can get this to work for me and clean the bits away that I don't want. I'm going to try that. I've got some cotton buds. Right, this has got to come in here. Let's try ever so carefully. In this Let's put these away for the moment. That's our sparkly plan. I think I've managed to keep. Need another one. Bits clean that I don't want to have. Okay. Right. So I am going to get the resin mixed up and then we'll come back and do the pour. Alright, we are all mixed up and swapped cameras. So we do it up close and personal. So here's my nice big patch of black. Let's start pouring this in. Now, before I added the black, it was bubble free. I've gone extra slow this time. I've let it stand after I've stirred it, so all the bubbles could rise to the top. And leave that there for a second. And I just gave it a slight torching to get rid of the surface bubbles. And then really slowly stirred the black, and I can feel it warming up. It's so nice and fluid right now. It's beautiful. Okay. We're just going to leave that do its thing, au naturel style, for the next 24 hours. And if that's set, beautiful. We'll do it that way at least through the summer. And we see a bubble. I hope because I'm allowing it to dry naturally, that'll... Yep, there it comes. Lovely. How about this guy? I have a cocktail stick to hand, so I might just go around in a second and pop any of those little guys like that guy there. There might be odd one or two down there, so we'll see. Wish me luck. Alright, left it to cure natural style and it feels really good. It looks like there's no bubbles. I think there's the odd surface bubble that I didn't quite get to. But as far as like within it goes, surface bubbles we can address in the long run. We want to try and eliminate right there. We want to try and eliminate internal bubbles. So let's have a check. I left this initially for 12 hours before I had a peek, I'll be honest. I took the lid off to have a peek, but I didn't touch it because I didn't want fingerprints. I can touch it now because it's nice and smooth. It's not hot. So let's see what we got. And I am definitely going to be washing this mould. Even though I'm confident there's going to be no resin attached to it, it is the most sparkly thing ever, and so are my hands now. Ah, that has come out There is no resin left anywhere. There's little bits of chameleon powder about because it was put in there quite thick in places. But there's no resin left anywhere that there shouldn't be. And here's the result. How cool does that look? My butterfly skull. That's come out really good. I don't think there's much I'd change. And as far as this side goes, I don't see any bubbles. I don't feel any bubbles. One right there. I don't know if we can get that in focus. Right there, which is a shame. We did really well apart from that, 'cause I can stick my nail in it. But again, it's a surface one, so we could fix it. Because I'm looking to fine tune so I can start to sell some of these things. Because I'm running out of space rapidly. But how cool does that look? That would make for an amazing mask, wouldn't it? That's come out so well. I think the only thing I'd do different is try and make the resin a little bit darker. Be a bit more brave with that and add a bit more black to it. But yeah, that has come out so cool. And there's little to no tidy up work. I just smooth the edges a little bit. Because there's ever so slight ridge going around. Is there a little tiny bubble? I think there's a little tiny bubble just in there as well. Just a dinky one. Same for there. I'm so pleased. That mould was worth buying. I can't even remember what I was looking for. It just cropped up. I was like, I've got to give that a go. It looks so cool. So, yeah, I'd say that's more of success than we've had so far, letting it dry. Because it dries quick enough as it is. That's the Janchun to equal 2 parts epoxy resin. And it definitely helped leaving it stand so the bubbles could rise to the top, and then torching those bubbles. That really minimised a lot of things. And I think if I'd have done the same with this, did it quick enough and let it stand for a second so any bubbles that were remaining could rise, I think some of it as well is working a little bit quicker, because this stuff does actually dry or start to cure really quick. So, and it's not even the quick cure stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you like. I love. It's so cool. And I'm definitely going to come back to this mould and see what else I can do. See if I can fine tune some detail. Perhaps even using UV resin, mixing up a little bit in colour and filling in some of these bits manually. And then going mica, chameleon mica, and then going black epoxy. I think that'd have a really cool effect if I could fine tune it enough. A lot of patience, but that's fine. So yeah, like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.